Well, that was interesting. There we go. That's Angel's grilled cheese and bacon cheeseburger dinner delight tonight. There we go. The grilled cheese went pretty quick. Write this down, and we're going to toast these. John here with Appalachian Channel, and welcome back to our series called After Dark in Appalachia, where we're going to be cooking at night, camping at night, and doing different things at night in Appalachia. We've been camping so far this year, 2026, quite a bit. And we've been trying out some new things. And tonight, we're going to test out this Blackstone griddle, and we're going to cook some different things on it. I have not cooked on it, so you're going to get to see a very first time experience of what it's like. Now, this is not the cast iron griddle that a lot of people's used to on Blackstone gas grills. This is a non-stick griddle. So we're going to be using non-stick cookware spatulas from Blackstone. This is when I had a different electric griddle Blackstone. So I have had some experience using griddles over the years, and Blackstone makes I think that was a 22-inch electric griddle. This is a portable that runs on these 1-pound cylinders, and we're going to fire this baby up here in just a little bit. We're going to see just how much food can we cook if we were out camping or just here at the house or cooking in the backyard. We will have to set this outside due to the fact that we will be cooking baking, and it will set off my fire alarm in the garage. So we will set this out here in a minute to cook. We're going to talk about the propane a little bit when we come back in and get it hooked up. But let's go outside and let's get a fire going. I love having a fire in the fire pit, and we're going to use a little bit of a fire starter. I'm going to show you how I do that. All right, guys, I love cooking outdoors. I rarely cook indoors, do I, Dustin?
No.
But I love cooking on a gas grill. Griddle's different in the fact that the flames don't come up through the grate of the grill. Let's go over here, and we're going to use one of these fire starters. I get these from Walmart. They're about $1.25. I put some paper towels in here as I was cleaning up, and we're going to set fire to this right here. And now this has got some wood in here that's already been burnt before, so I always try to keep some of that wood. At night, when I go to bed, I try to put this out and not let it just burn completely out, because wood's expensive and I have to buy it. I don't necessarily cut this wood. I have nowhere on my property to cut it except tree limbs when we're cutting off and trimming up trees. So I'll put this out when we get done cooking tonight. That way, but you see right here how quickly this piece that had the charcoal on it, I already started, and the fire starter down there hasn't really even started going yet, but let's give it just a second and we'll come back. Okay, so I might have called that a 17-inch griddle because this is actually a 20-inch, but when I went to look at this, and I did get it at Walmart, they had a 17-inch griddle, but when I came back, this was on the shelf. So this is a larger griddle. One of the things is how much food can we actually get on here. It's portable, it closes up. This piece for the propane, which is right here. Now, the 1-pound propane cylinders run, right now, they're 2 for $10. It's $5 for 1 pound of this, and it's really just running about 97 cents a pound for buying propane. They do make these that are refillable, that if you buy those, they're about up to $20 for a refillable 1-pound cylinder. But when you refill them, you'll have 97 cents, about $1 in them, if you're refilling them from a 20-pound tank that you went and got filled by buying it that way. Because you're paying for this container over and over. I know there are some people that fill these containers like this, but this is not designed to be refilled. So I know there'll be people in the comments say that you fill them all the time. If you do, let us know if you do it. But we're going to try to buy the ones that's made for refilling. So I'm going to add this on here. Go ahead and get this on here. You've got to get those threads winds up just right to get them to go in there. Okay, see, I got it now. But get her screwed in there and leave it in there until you get done camping, then take it out. So you can readjust how this sets with this adjustment here. Now this will come off and go inside of that. Now we're going to go ahead, I'm gonna heat this. I gotta preheat this, and I've heated it once before, but we're gonna heat it again before we cook on it tonight. All right, so I'm gonna look right down in here. When you hear, you can hear that gas as soon as you turn this. Well, you push it in, and then I can see right in there the flame. So I'm gonna do the same thing over here, turn that on and hit it again, flame's on. So I've got the flames on high. We're gonna burn this off and let this cook off for about 15, 20 minutes. And let's go out and check on the fire and see how it's going. All right, I've been letting it burn for about 20 minutes in here. We're gonna take it, I'm gonna close that. We're gonna set it outside in just a minute. This is a smaller butane grill, and we'll use it maybe on another episode coming up. We're gonna make some potato soup or something like that on it. We've got some ideals, and if you've got ideals for us for things to cook, let us know. But we're gonna determine whether this 20-inch griddle is ideal for camping or using around the house. I've never used a 20-inch. I think I had a 22-inch electric. I was going to buy the 17-inch, wasn't there, the 20 inches there. This is new. How much it costs, I'm not 100% sure, I can't remember, but this is not a paid video or a sponsorship of any kind. This is just an independent review of a camping grill, because I like camping, and I know a lot of people's getting ready to start camping before long. So let's go out and check on the fire and see how it's going. Then we're gonna move some stuff outside and start camping outside. We've got the tent up over here right now temporarily. We had to put it up to clean it, to dry it, then repack it, because when we took it down last time, it was snowing and it had water on it. So if you're camping, yeah, you cannot put your tents up wet, or you will get mold. They will be burnt, and getting the mold off is almost impossible. So make sure you clean those tents, dry those tents, and then wash them good, dry them, then put them up, and that is a lot of work. Now, if you're lucky and it's dry when you take it down, you don't necessarily have that problem, but it was snowing when we took it down. So all right, let's move some stuff outside and get to cooking, guys. All right, guys, I'm gonna put the bacon on first, because the bacon always seems to take me longer than anything. This does have a grease trap in the back here. This will catch the grease from the bacon, and I know a lot of people like to keep their bacon grease. And if you cook your bacon first, then get your grease, you're good. So I'm looking under here, checking to make sure those are lighting like they're supposed to, and lighting them back up. We burn them for about 25, 30 minutes. They should have been fine without having to burn this off being non-stick, but I always like to burn it off good on new utensils. So this is gonna be 1 pound of bacon, to see how that goes. So bacon is going to take up a lot of room at first, but as you know, it's going to shrink up. So we're going to put the bacon on, get it going, and once again, we're going to use Teflon spatulas to work on this, because we don't want to scratch this. Now, does Blackstone make these in a cast iron griddle? I'm sure they do. The bigger ones are, the regular grill size ones are, but let me tell you what, cleaning a griddle, a cast iron griddle, is very hard on a campsite. This will clean up so easy, and that's one of the things we'll check here in just a little bit, is when we're done, we should be able just to wipe this down and not have to worry about it. Does cast iron griddles taste better? Yes. But are they hard to clean because you cannot use soap and water on them? You've got to wipe them down. Yes, they're harder to clean. So is this going to be the best way to cook camping? Maybe. Is it going to be the best tasting way? Probably not. But I do have my griddle that I use, and I will use on the fire on some other things. So we got the bacon going good here. Let me go get some tongs and get a few other things going. Okay, I'm going to flip a little bit of them. I got two different utensils. I got some tongs, tweezers, or a spatula. Depending on what I'm doing, I'll use both of them. But we're already getting some shrinkage on the bacon, and it's coming down smaller and smaller. Yeah, I really would like to see this on cast iron because it puts a little crispier finish to it and a little bit different flavor, because that cast iron has the seasoning in it and this Teflon nonstick surface doesn't. You can see that bacon is making some grease. Now, over an open flame, that's going to burst flame. If you saw one of my last videos where I was cooking bacon on an open fire, it caught fire on me. It wasn't bad. It was a lot of fun, actually. I thought it was quite delightful, but the bacon wasn't eatable no more. But we had fun burning that bacon that night, didn't we? All right, it's about 40 degrees tonight. Might be a little colder than that. That was kind of by the fire, but fire's going good tonight. Really, really enjoy my fire pit. Love having a fire. Let's go back to cooking a little bit. The bacon's done. We're going to take the bacon off, and I've put a few other things on already. Okay, so the bacon has got done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some paper towels down for it to absorb this grease, and then we can heat this back up here in a minute if we need to. We're going to make some BLTs. I like mine with an egg on it. Destin don't want an egg on his. Also, I wanted to make some sausage on here just to see how it would do. And I can tell already on the bacon, bacon looks okay. Not too bad. Come out pretty even. Sometimes your bacon will be different types of bacon, so you can't really always judge on the first cook on a baking on something. But it came out okay, but no, it's not like cast iron, I know. So I'm burning these a little bit maybe. So let me get these over here. And then here is a hamburger patty. So wow, that's a big patty. So 4, 8, 12. I could probably cook 12 patties like this at one time on here, especially with this, with a little bit of an angle going back this way with the grease going out the back, because they do get a lot of grease. This is an 80-20 hamburger patty that I'm making for Angel, but we're also going to make it into a regular cheeseburger with a little bit of lettuce and tomato so you can see what it looks like. I'm going to have some Texas toast out here that we're going to grill, and I'm going to get ready to put an egg on and some hash browns we're going to put on. All right, so I have the left side turned off. I don't know that I need much oil, but I'm going to use a little olive oil right there. And oh, it'll loosen it. It's going all the way down because I don't have this level. All right, these are some potatoes that Dustin felt. They're hash brown potatoes with a little bit of green peppers in there. I like to do them fresh, but this was easy and cheap, so very inexpensive way to do it. So I do have some oil on here, but I think I'm going to probably have to add some more as it gets on here. It's got everything in it there that we need, peppers and everything. So I'm going to spread it out over here on the side that has the heat, and you might have to turn that heat down just a little bit, looks like. Maybe add a little bit more olive oil in there, and might have to throw some butter in with it too, because butter always makes everything a little bit better. But we don't want it to stick, but we are on non-stick surface, but we can still burn it. So yeah, I've not cooked on this before, and I've never cooked this before, so I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing. So whatever comes out is a surprise to both of us. So yeah, I'm not showing you how to do this because I've done it before. I'm showing you how this grill works when you've never used it before. I have no experience, so it makes it to where you know, well, if he had no experience and was able to cook on it, I could do it too, because he's a complete idiot. Alrighty, now, I don't know for sure, but maybe you can pull this down like this to kind of steam it, and then I didn't look at the instructions. I should have. I hear coyotes.
That's what
I think we got coyotes in the neighborhood. Oh, perfect. Oh, yeah, looking pretty good. All right, I'm gonna put that down for a minute, and we're gonna go check and see if that's coyotes in the neighborhood, and if they are, we're gonna invite them over to dinner. Okay, so I generally will cut the sausages in half to see how done they are. They need a little bit more cooking. They're not really pink on the inside, but I like to get them a little bit extra done. So I cut this side back on. This burger is still cooking, and I can kind of cut the inside open a little bit, and it's about done, about medium. So we're going to put that right there. So what we're going to do is we want to make that burger there. That's going to be Angel's, but we're going to put a piece of cheese on it for her this time. We're going to fancy it up just a little bit for her. We're going to give her a little bit of cheese here. Make sure there's no plastic on there. Okay, no plastic. We're going to put a piece of cheese on there like we're just making a regular hamburger. Okay, I'm going to put a little butter on here. Lay that down. Put a little butter here. Lay this down. And we're going to toast these, and she will eat the bread too. This will give her a little bit of filler because that dog can eat and eat and eat. So these are coming along. I did a little taste test. They just need to be good and hot. So these are coming along, and I added really no seasoning outside of salt because I didn't have any seasoning to add, but some seasoning wouldn't hurt. So let's see how these are coming along. A little bit of crisp on there. Get them a little bit crispy, and then I'm gonna get her something else to put on there. I'll be right back. The bacon cheeseburger, look at that, guys. Check that out. I'm gonna let that set there. I'm gonna flip this here. Don't want to burn these. That's coming along pretty good. So I'm gonna cut this one back off over here for just a second. I'm gonna drop this on top of this and that on top of that. Drop that just a second to let that cheese melt just a little bit. And I'm gonna get her plate here and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so look at that. Guys, man, lettuce, tomato would be good, but Angel will not eat it with lettuce and tomato. That is not bad for a puppy dog. Look what you're getting, girl. We gotta let it cool off though. This is her plate right here. I'll put that in there and we'll cut that up for her because she can't eat it like that. And it's too hot, so we gotta let it cool off. So don't worry, she's not eating it right now. Gotta let it cool off, baby. Okay, these are a little crispy like I like mine. And I'm gonna cut these off for a minute, let them sit there. We got some good sausage over here going on. Now we're gonna try an egg. Now I did have at one time, like I said, I used to have an electric non-stick Blackstone griddle. And so, as you can see, I can cook a little bit better on a griddle than I can on an open fire because I've never had done that. And usually when you're cooking on an open fire, you're trying to keep the fire going. And in our situation was trying to keep from freezing to death and trying to keep the smoke out of her face. And so it was very difficult, but I'm learning. But when it comes to griddle cooking, I've done a little bit of it. And I used to have these, 4 of these sets, or 4 of these pieces that you can crack them and put the egg in. Let's see if they still work. Alrighty. Here we go. Can I crack it and get it in there and do an egg and it come out okay? I'm gonna make some BLTs. Usually I don't butter the bread on a BLT. I'm gonna put mayonnaise on there, but a lot of people also, instead of using butter, will cook with mayonnaise. Now I didn't have this on a minute ago. The egg is still cooking. Just had to turn it back on. Now I do like there's 2 boners here. That way if I need to cut one side off, like I got the potatoes off right now, and I need to cook over here, I can. Like the sausage right now, it's probably done. So I can take the sausage and put it over here and kind of keep it a little bit warm. If I need to, I can even put this on low, but we got the sausage over here. We got some egg cooking here. And usually on a BLT, we're not going to butter that bread, but on a grilled cheese sandwich, we're definitely going to butter that bread. So we're going to make a grilled cheese sandwich out of this one, and then we're going to make BLT. So I bet the dog would like a grilled cheese sandwich too. What about that? You want a grilled cheese sandwich? All right. Okay, so on Texas toast, we're generally going to use 2 pieces of cheese. So let me run and get a couple more pieces of cheese and I'll be right back. Well, that egg's still cooking. I'm going to throw a little butter on here. I'm going to butter this bread. Pull it back up here and I'm going to turn this down on low. All right, we're going to add 2 pieces of Velveeta here. Try not to burn them because this is pretty hot. The egg is cooking a little slower than I would have thought, but depends on how you like your eggs. So turn this up just a little bit and go ahead and turn these cheese sandwich on top of itself. There we go. The grilled cheese went pretty quick. We're going to pull it on off so we don't burn it. You want that one, dog? Okay, you can get that. All right, we got the toast going here. Don't want to get it too hard. Let's go ahead and throw some of these fried taters in there, hash browns, and I'm not for sure. I've not had much luck with that egg, I don't think. But let's flip it over here and see how that goes. Oh no, I've overcooked it, that's the problem. I cooked it too long. I wasn't paying attention to it because this is my very first one. So it's all right, it's just an egg. It's a little burnt. This side don't look bad. If I could eat it from this side only, I'd be okay. We'll do that one over. But let's go make this BLT before they get cold. You want some sausage, Dustin? Sure. Okay, let's throw some of this sausage in there with that BLT. So this is a big, kind of a breakfast platter. I'm gonna throw me another egg on it and keep a closer eye on it. Let's finish out this BLT. Alrighty here, so I'm gonna come in here, get a little bit of the lettuce, but we use Duke's mayonnaise. I don't know, the only people that don't use, that I know of that don't use Duke's mayonnaise is people that's never used it before. Because once you use it, it's, I don't know, I like it a little bit better. Now, this is the great debate. Do you put lettuce first? How you like yours, Dustin?
Don't matter.
Lettuce, bacon, and tomato. Okay, here's some tomato. 1 piece of tomato or 2?
Just one's fine.
One's fine, okay. All right, so now, do you want mayonnaise on both pieces of bread or just one?
Just the one's fine.
Just the one. All right, there we go. Look at it. Check it out. Let me put it down here so you can get a good picture of it. We got some sausage there, BLT, and let me see if I can cut that BLT in 2 and see what it looks like once we get it cut in 2. There we go. All right, Dustin, you get to eat first, buddy. And then I'm gonna fix up Angel Dog's over here. She's looking at me. And then this just happens to be Angel's grilled cheese. So let's start. It's cooled down good for her now. So here's some grilled cheese. And she'll be like, where's the beef, Daddy? And we'll cut her burger in half and let you see what her burger looks like with no mayonnaise or anything on it. Cheese, bacon. Don't cook hers all the way 100% completely done, but that's about medium. So what I'm doing is cutting up her plate. Yeah, she doesn't realize that every dog doesn't eat like this, Angel. You don't. That's Angel's grilled cheese and bacon cheeseburger dinner delight tonight. Okay, so I've learned when this is on high, it means high. It gets really hot. I'm not for sure how much propane it uses to cook, but I burnt the egg the first time because I didn't think it was done. So we're gonna do it a little different this time. We're gonna flip it quicker, and that's why it takes experience to do this, you know? Try it once, see how it goes, and then, well, that was interesting. All right, so I'm gonna pull this off. It'll probably, when I pull this up, I can tell if it's gonna run just a little bit. There we go. Now I can keep a better eye on it. Before, I was cooking all this and that, and hamburgers and sausage and all kinds of things, and wasn't keeping a good eye on it. So, You can tell that I can slide under it there. Okay, wait a So this is looking a little bit better. Now I'm going to be cleaning this up, and I can see here, this is removable. I can take this off the grill itself, but as you can see here, I'm pushing most of the grease back to the back and getting it off here, cleaning it this way. So this is way easier cleanup than it would be if it was cast iron. So let me see here if I can turn this. Can I turn it? Can I turn it? Can I turn it? No, probably not. Just try it, flip it, ready, go, here we go. Oh, I still burn it again. Doggone, that thing gets hot. My goodness. Guys.
That one looks pretty good, I thought.
You like that one looks pretty good?
Yeah, I would actually eat that one.
You want that one? All right. All right, so I think it's going to be...
You don't like them burnt like that?
No, not really burnt, no. So, okay, eggs is going to take just a little bit more practice because it gets hot quick. And then here, we'll put that on your sandwich. Or here with your sandwich. There you go, there's your egg and all of it. Okay, so here is some chicken that I didn't make that we wanted to try. It comes pre-seasoned in a pack. This is 8 ounces of it. It was $3, if I'm thinking right. We're gonna maybe make some other sandwiches with this fajita mix chicken and beef that we found. So that's coming up. We just wanted, it's pre-cooked already, so we wanted to try it and see what it's like. And I beat some of it straight out of the pack. I might throw a little bit of it on the grill and try it out. I'm gonna make me a sandwich. So what do you think, guys? BLT, egg, hash brown sausage, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, probably needs a little salt dusting, but I'm gonna make me one. Guys, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I do like the Blackstone griddle. So far, it's doing okay. A little hot. I'm gonna have to learn to keep it on low. Gets really, really hot quick. I burnt eggs on it a couple times. I burnt toast on it a couple times. But it's the first time I used it and it went pretty good and I like it. I give it 2 thumbs up. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. We'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye, guys. Well, that was interesting. There we go. That's Angel's grilled cheese and bacon cheeseburger dinner delight tonight. There we go. The grilled cheese went pretty quick. Write this down. And we're going to toast these.